This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. We are discussing about relationships, right? So, when to use one-to-one relationship, when to use one-to-many relationships, when to use many-to-many relationship. So that is what we were discussing. Clear? If you create a bridge table, then only we can have many-to-many relationship in our RDBMS. Clear? So, but if you open your Power BI desktop, if you open your Power BI desktop, please wait. I wanted to close this window and get some data, transform data. This is where we're going to be, opening the Power Query window. Click on this. Now, I wanted to get new sources, Excel workbook. So, let me get employee. So this is my data employee workbook. I think I have given you this file. If not, again I'll upload it to the right link, so no worries. So I have some files here, right? So department and employee, and click on OK. Now I have some data here, department and employee, and I wanted to simply close and apply. When you close and apply, the data is going to be loaded to the Power Pivot, right? So data is going to be loaded to the where? Power Pivot. So this is where we're going to be doing the modeling. That's what I told you. Now, when you click on here, it's taking some more time. Okay, it got loaded. Now, when you click on this, this is where we're going to be creating relationships, right? So this is where. So you should be able to identify one this side, many this side. It is many. Star means what? Many. One means one. It is one to many relationship. Okay, did I give relationship? No, I did not give. But how it is able to identify this as a one to many relationship? How can I see the relationships? It's very, very simple that you can see the relationships like this. Click on this window. And if you wanted to see relationships here, either you go to manage relationships. So this is where this relationship is existing. You click on edit. You click on edit, you will be able to see a lot of items here, lot of things here. Okay. What is a table? What is a second table? What is the common column? This is the common column and many to one. Many to one. And we have this side some single or both. Let us talk about single both next time. So we're talking about many to one relationship it is. When you reverse it, reverse means what? If you make a department here and make employee here, it will become one to many. Clear? So automatically, which is able to create relationships. I did not do anything. It is able to identify one to many. Let me add some more tables. Let me go back to transform data. Let me go back to transform data and okay. And I wanted to get some more data. Go to Excel workbook and I have 1:1 relationship. We are talking about countries and presidents. Let me include that table as well. I'm getting the data from Excel sheet. Country and presidents. I'm just including, right? So this is my Power Query editor window. Clear? So I got department and employee, country and presidents. Now I wanted to close and apply. Now, I wanted to show you, click on this link. I can clearly give you, it is giving you one to one. How come? How come Power BI software intelligent enough to understand it is one to one, one to many? How? Because I did not tell you. Excel also is not storing this information. It is not storing. Let me open that data source window. I have a countries and presidents. This is my data, right? I have country like India, US, Uganda, Japan, and I have presidents like, Biden, Vladimir Putin, blah, blah, blah. I have 10 countries. I have 10, countries and 10 presidents I have. And you could see this is a foreign key value, right? It is a foreign key value because you can take any primary key. Either you can take this primary key, make it as a foreign key here, or you can also take this primary key, make it as a foreign key. Any primary key can go anywhere. There is no problem. Clear? I wanted to know who, Biden is president for which country. I go here and come back to one. Wherever there is a one, it is US. Clear? I can also go US president is, who is president? One means what? Joe Biden. So anything you can take, the direction is both side. You can go and get the data there. You go there and get the data here. The direction is both sides. And we have this kind of a data. Okay. When you don't have duplicated data here, because one country and one president, one country, one president. So when you don't have duplicated data here, it is one to one. If you see any duplicate data, for example, I have 10, the same 10, who is 10? 10 is Modi, 10 is also coming somewhere here. Now, what is the meaning? That means it is one to many relationship. It is many. It is many, it will become one. Clear? If you see any kind of a duplicated data, in the foreign key, automatically it understands that it is one to many. So since I don't have any duplicate data in the foreign key, this is the foreign key, right? And it is able to give you one to one. And direction is both sides. This is direction. Okay. Direction means I can go and get the data from anywhere. I can go and take this primary key and come here and do something, or take this primary key and go there and get the data. So direction is any side we can have and get the data. Clear? So if you wanted to see in detail the data, in detail relationships, either you can click on this link and see the relationship, or you can complete link, you can click on this. So let me go here. So I wanted to see presidents. Click on edit here. You will be able to identify. You're able to identify presidents and country one to mean both sides. We have cross filter because any table you can use it. So anywhere you can get it. So from this to this or this to this, you can have it. There is no issue. It is presidents to country one to one. Clear? So this is what you got to understand. Now, this is the way you should be able to do it. Or simply without going it here and click on this link, again click on edit. So there are 3 steps process to get into this window. The simplest way is that. So go and double click on this link. Okay, you will be able to get the same link. Clear? And if you want to delete a link, you can delete it. Right click on this, delete it. But you should know what relationship it is. Okay. For example, it is giving you one to many. I would like to delete it. Let me create my own relationship. The first question, how it is able to understand these relationships, from where it is able to get these relationships, that is what is my question, right? So how it is able to get this data is fine, table names are fine, table is fine, but how the relationships are also automatically created, that is also one more question, right? So the question, the answer I will give you now. I have deleted. Now let me go back to transform data and click on this. Now we have 4 tables. So in the Power Query, we don't see any relationship. But how come Power Query is also able to identify the relationships? Means you go to File and Options and Settings and Options. Okay, when you go current file data label, you see this clearly. Relationships. Import relationships from the data sources that on first load. What is the meaning? The meaning is that it is telling you, import relationships, where the relationships will be available normally in databases, not in the Excel sheets, not in the CSV files or in SQL databases, right? So import relationships from the data sources. That means wherever you have relationships available, where available only in the RDBMS, not in Excel CSV files, you get the relationships also from there. That is one option is clicked. The second option, auto detect new relationships. Auto detect means on what basis I can automatically detect if I have a table number one is this, table number two is this. How do I automatically detect? So if I see same column names, I have a department ID here. I have also department ID here. Okay. And I have department number 123 here. I have department number, for example, John is working for department number 3, and Raj is working for department number 1, and Kiran is working for department number 1, and one more, Anushka is working for department number 1, and one more Bhaskar is working for department number 1. So I can see department ID. This is the primary key where I don't have duplicate data, and I can see department ID is also available in this table, so it can identify, okay, there is a relationship, there must be relationship. And what kind of relationship I can have? Is it one to one or one to many? It can easily identify it is one, because only once it is there. It is a twice it is there. It is many. Clear? It is also twice. Okay. It can easily identify this department ID is duplicated. I can have one to many relationship. Clear? Auto detect new relationships after the data is loaded. I did not specify whether it is one to one or one to many. By seeing this data, it is only unique data. I have a duplicate data. So what is the meaning? It is one or two, one to many. I have one, two, three. I have two, 3 and 1. What is the meaning? I don't have duplicate data. It is also one time. 1 is only one time. 2 is also one time. 3 is also one time. 2 is one time, one time, one time. So it is 1 is to 1. Clear? So still these are the tables are going to be having one to one relationship, and these are the tables are going to be having one to many. So I am not drawing one more diagram. In the same diagram I am explaining. So how Power BI is able to identify how Power BI is able to identify whether these tables are into one to one or one to many, because the data which is available in the second table, the foreign key table, am I clear? It is able to identify that. That option is checked here. Because of this, if you uncheck this option, nothing can happen. No relationships are going to come. You get only the tables and data. Nothing is going to be given to you. Clear, guys? I don't want to unselect them. I don't want to disturb that. Because of that, how did I get the option? Go to File, Options and Settings, and click on Options. Clear? And later click on Data Load and see Import Relationships. So what are the things I have used that you need to understand clearly, guys? Clear? So whatever I'm able to tell you, so you can easily see data load, and these are the two, things have been checked. Because of this, it is able to either import the relationships from the RDBMS systems. If you have a file does not have primary key foreign key relationship, but how come I'm able to get it? Because auto detect happens how? Because of the column names. If the one column name is X, one column name is Y, then it will be difficult for Power BI to identify. Clear? If the column names are PID, department ID, it can easily identify. Okay, so this table to that table, there is a president ID. This table to this table, there is a department ID. Then what is that? Is it one to one or one to many? How do I know? I go to the first table, I see the values, unique values. I go to the second values, I have 10, 10, 20, 20, 20. I have duplicates. So it can easily identify it is many. Clear, guys? So that is how you should understand. Now, when I click close and apply, it should be able to load the data. It is loaded the data, right? So, but I have deleted this. Now I want to create relationship. How to create? Very simple. So either you click on this or you can go to, we have the department ID, right? Department ID to department ID, you can simply drag and drop automatically, which is giving you link one to many. It is able to give. Now you take this this one to this one, you just have this. So it is able to give you one to one. It is able to create very easily, neatly. You don't want to create easily, you wanted to increase your steps and you wanted to perform step by step, that is also fine, your choice. So you simply go to step number one, manage relationship. I don't have any relationship, click new. I have four tables. Which table to which table? I would like to create a department table. I would like to choose employee table. Department ID to department ID. It is able to create one to one, done. One to many, done. So one is established. You can see this one. Okay, click on close. You will be able to see this. Done. Now I wanted to create for this as well. Again, click on manage relationships. Click on new, because I wanted to have country. You can take any table. The next table is what? President's table. Now this one common column, one to one, both, everything is fine. Click on close. The second one is also created. Clear? You wanted to edit something tomorrow, double click on this. This is the easiest way. You can edit. I would like to change something. I would like to edit something. You can do like this, or indirectly go to relationships. Which relationship you want to edit? This one, click on, choose that, click on edit. Now you will be able to get the same window. You can modify whatever you would like to modify it. Clear, guys? So I would like to modify this as well. So how do I modify this? How do I modify this? Double click on this. Directly you can go to that window. You can edit the relationships very easily. If not, you have one more option. Go to which? Go to, always you have to be in this window to see the relationships. Okay, manage relationships, and the second one you need to choose, click on edit. Okay, so click on edit. Automatically it is also giving one more option, auto detect. Have you seen this? So automatically also it can detect the relationships, and click on close. All the relationships can be created here as well. So everywhere automation. But what is one to many? What is one to one? What is many to many? You should be able to understand clearly. I have explained why, how one is to one is different from one is to many, why many to many is going to be creating a bridging table. All these things I have told you clearly. Now if you double click on this, so we knew uh, many to one, one to many, everything is fine. Many to many is also available. Clear? So we need to understand one more important point here. Okay, let me write that point as well here. The point here is that, yeah, you tell me what happened. So you have the question, you have the answer, right? So he's asking me, what is the question is asking me, Venkatesh? Sir, if we take employee table as first, we get a many to one relationship, right, sir? So that is one, right? If you take department table and employee table, it is one to many, right? We knew. If you take employee table and a department table, so what is one here? So what is many? Many to one, right? So just interchange the table, you will be able to get it. That's it, nothing else. Okay. If you take employee table first, you will be able to see many to one. If you take department table first, you will be able to take one to many. He was talking about this relationships. Okay. When you double click on this, now, however you wanted to take it. Now, I have taken employee table and department table many to one. I don't want need, I need a department first. I need employee later, one to many, because one department will have many employees. So automatically it is going to change. So you have actually four, actually three, but it is giving me four options. Why? Because it is giving you these two also, right? So it is giving you one to one, and it is giving you one to many, and many to one, and many to many. This is giving you four options, but actually this is not required. Okay, when you interchange, automatically that will change, right? So that's what. Now, what we got to understand here is, so I'm talking about many to many. SQL or database systems, RDBMS, 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 okay, systems RDBMS does not support what? Does not support many to many relationship. In RDBMS, if you know SQL, I would have told you clearly, directly M to M, we cannot create there. So how we need to have it? We have to have a one to many, many to many. Why? Why? Why one to many, many to many? Because RDBMS is two-dimensional architecture. Two-dimensional databases. These are RDBMS is going to be having two-dimensional. Two-dimensional is what? Rows and columns. You can store the data in any RDBMS, Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, Teradata. Any RDBMS system can store your data in which architecture? Two-dimensional architecture. So rows and columns only. When you have many to many relationship, that is not going to be stored in your RDBMS. How are we going to be, creating relationship? By creating a bridge table. Okay. So we are going to be having a bridge table, and in the bridge table, what we do, we are going to be having many to one and many to one. So we are going to be using one to many, many to one by using a bridge table. So what is the meaning? The meaning is very, very simple. So yesterday I was talking about hospital and a doctors, right? Let me go for the same thing. So we have a hospital, and I'm talking about a doctor, right? So what is the relationship between these two? One hospital can have many doctors, and one doctor can work for many hospital. We have hospital number, hospital name, and hospital city, right? So yesterday I was talking about many to many relationship. So I've given you this example. Doctor ID and name of the doctor, and what is the years of experience, right? And we're talking about salary and date of joining and date of relieving. So all these things. I have a hospital number one, Apollo. So let us say it is there in Hyderabad. I'm talking about a care hospital. Let us say it is there in some other city, Secunderabad. Okay. And I have some data. Rainbow Hospital, let us say in high tech city. Like that, I have some data. So this is the data I was using yesterday, and this is a primary key where you don't have any duplicate data. Doctor number 10, let us say John. Dr. John, 12 years of experience. Now this doctor is working for multiple hospitals, right? So what we had done, we had taken this out from this, and we need to include hospital number and doctor number, and these are the primary keys, a foreign keys here, and doctor one is, let us say, let me introduce. So we have one more, Mary. She's having 15 years of experience. Clear? So that is what you have to know. And one in Apollo Hospital, Dr. Ten is working. Ten means John is working. His salary $10,000 per month, and date of joining is August 12th, 2016. Clear? And date of relieving still is working in the hospital. Like that, in the same Apollo Hospital, even she is working. Clear? She is also a senior doctor in the hospital. She joined in some other date, let us say in September, 1st and 19, 17, and she joined. She's still working in this. Like that, even John is working for, let us say, Rainbow Hospital as well. Clear? So because he can work and Rainbow, he was getting almost 17,000 bucks, and someday he has joined. Clear? So by creating a table, you need to give a admission table, some name, right? So if you see the data carefully, if you wanted to deal with many to many, we cannot have many to many dimensions in your RDBMS. RDBMS always dealing with two dimensional. You can have one to one or one to many to many, you cannot have it there. So that is what. So if you wanted to deal with many to many, so what I'm going to be doing, so here I have only one data. Okay, this one is going to be repeated here. So what is the meaning? The meaning is it is one, it is many here. Clear? Because it is only one time one is there, one time two, this is there, it is many multiple times. So between hospital to admission, okay, if it is not a doctor number, what is the meaning? I'm talking about hospital to hospital, right? Now I'm talking about if you have only one, do you if you see, relationship will not be there if you have a single table, Venkatesh. Relationship will come if you have one more table. Now you have a doctor number here. You have a doctor number 10, 20, 10. It is multiple times, right? It is many. And it is a 10 and 20. It is one. Clear? So the relationship between hospital to bridge table, that is this, and this to this table. So one to many, now many to one. Clear? So that is how MS to M is completely dealing in RDBMS. So we are going to be creating what is called as a many to many relationship. Directly we will not be able to create. So we are going to be creating one more bridging table, and in the bridging table, so hospital number to hospital number, when you see, it is unique value because you don't get a duplicate, because hospitals, same Apollo hospital will not be there again, right? So it is a primary key. It should not allow duplicate data. Now, hospital to hospital, it is one to many. Doctor to doctor, it is one to M. So M to M is linked as one to many and many to one. So that is how RDBMS is going to be, solving the problem. Why? Because M is to M, it is a multi-dimensional architecture. So that a normal RDBMS system cannot, do that. RDBMS is going to be having many to many relationship. It is going to be cutting into one to M. What is M? M is a bridge table. Okay, one to M and a bridge to doctor table, right? So it is a many to one. But in Power BI, we have one to one, we have one to many, and Power BI directly it can accept this without having a bridge table. So that is the beauty. Okay, it is added recently without having a bridge table. Power BI can establish relationships between these two. Clear? Without having, it can get the data and create a lot of relationships. So that is what is the MS to M relationship. In normal RDBMS systems, this is not there. This is not there. But in Power BI, we have 121, 12M plus also MS2M. This is added, I think, in 2020. Last year it got added, or 2019, I think. But last year only it got added. Earlier, how a Power BI was doing same concept, one to many, many to one. So if you wanted to discuss with many to many relationship, Power BI earlier was using one to many to one technique. But recently, 2020, without having a bridge table directly, we could also create many to many relationship. Clear? So let me explain this concept with the Power BI, because anyhow, RDBMS, you need to create three tables. Without that, you cannot store the data. Very simple. So MS3M means you need to create a bridge table. But even the bridge table is not there in Power BI, we will be able to establish M2M. So that is what is the beauty about Power BI. So people would ask you, right? SQL RDBMS does not support M2M relationship. RDBMS is a two-dimensional database, rows and columns. Bridge table must be created. Clear? Doctor table, I have created what? Doctor ID. Yeah, whether it a doctor ID, doctor number doesn't matter. If you watch my SQL Server videos, you can understand very, very easily, right? You have to learn bit of SQL Server. Numbers are not important here. The column names are not important. So in RDBMS especially, but in Excel sheets, you need to maintain the same thing. Don't worry about this. Clear? Yeah. It is going to be checking this data. Excel does not need primary key foreign key relationship, right? So when you create a SQL databases, even though the column names are different, still will create a relationship. How to create a relationship in RDBMS, that you have to study SQL very well. You need to create a primary key and foreign keys. Very good, guys. Okay, chalo. Now I wanted to Now I want to understand how we can create. Let me go back to my Power BI. Now we created one to one, one to many. Why relationships are important? If the relationships are not there, what will happen? For example, I go to visualization. Now I wanted to drag and drop a table. Okay, I have a table. Now I have four tables. I wanted to have country names, drag and drop country name. I wanted to get a president name. That's it. Go and drag and drop president name. Now, I wanted to do some formatting for this. Why we need to create a relationship? That is the question, right? So the first question is why we need to create a relationship? RDBMS is two-dimensional. Vegetable is mandatory. Where? Mandatory means what? Mandatory in RDBMS. Otherwise, we cannot do that. RDBMS systems. Vegetable is one to one and many to one is mandatory in RDBMS. Okay, note, Power BI introduced many to many without what? Without bridge table. So that is the beauty. Okay, if the many to many, if you wanted to deal with Power BI, definitely you need not have a bridge table, but SQL you need to have. Power BI introduced many to many without bridge table. We can have it earlier they were also doing one to many, many to many, right? Now the next question is why relationships, right? So people would ask you why relationships first. Why relationships? Whether it is one to one to many to many, why relationships? It is the first question. The answer is to retrieve data. So retrieve the data from multiple tables. I don't have a single table, multiple tables. So that is where we are going to be using what? Relationships. I wanted to retrieve the data from multiple tables. If this is the case, then I wanted to go in for a relationships. Otherwise, I don't need whether it is a 1:1, one to many, many to one, many to many. I am not bothered. So now I will go, I create visualizations. So after creating a visualization, what we do? We select here, we do the painting, formatting. So what is that we do? Step number one, you come down and you create a border. Fantastic. Now I wanted to increase the font. You go click on this. Now you go up. You go up. Where? Formatting. Now grid. Grid means a table where I wanted to increase the font to 14. Grid or 15. Fantastically done. Now I wanted to go up and I go to the style. In the style, I will have different styles. This is one style I would like to have it. Clear? Now you see US is Biden, Uganda is this guy. So you're able to get the data from multiple tables correctly. Now, let me create one more visualization. So I have, let me go, drag and drop a table. So drag and drop a table. I wanted to get, uh, this time I'm going to be using department wise salary, department name, drag and drop it. And salary also I wanted to have it. What is the salary? Now I go here, whatever I applied, same formatting I need to apply, click on this. So everything will get changed. Now you see, department name is coming from where? From this table, and salaries are coming from this, because each and every employee is working for a department. I can get it salary, department wise salary, I can get it. I would like to create one more visualization, a stacked column chart. I go and again, same department column, I drag and drop it. Same salary column, I'm dragging and drop it. So I'm able to get it. Again, you do the go here and apply. You go apply some formatting styles. Okay. So you got the border already. Now you click on this and click on this. Now some borders you need to have it. Border is on, and data labels. What is the what is the sales happened? Data label. Make it on. So you will be able to get increase the font size of data label. Go here and the color black, and font size is, let us say 14. You're able to see the bigger numbers. The x-axis data, y-axis data I should increase. You go up. X-axis data font color you increase. Okay. And like that you should be able to increase a lot of them. Now y-axis data also I should increase. Come down, come down, come down. Y-axis data also you can increase. So these numbers will get increased. So this is the data label. You need to make it on. So where is the data label? So data label is this. I made it on. If you remove this, the numbers are gone. When you make it on, the numbers are there. If you increase the data label size, you have to come down. You need to increase the font. You can have different font, right? Whatever you would like to have. All these things are available where data label. So all these things can be done. We are able to retrieve the data very neatly, clearly, because these are having proper relationships. I'm able to get some data from here, some data from here. Now I go there, I delete this. Deleted successfully. I go there, right click on this and delete it. Now you go to visualizations. Now see, everything is 91, 91, 91. And department name, salary, same data. I'm able to get it. It is completely wrong data. Okay. Because we knew we are creating a visualization. The visualization is getting data from, this is one visualization. This is one visualization. This is one visualization. You can say tile or visualization. This is one tile. This is one more tile, right? This is one more tile. So all the tiles or visualizations are able to get the data from different places, right? So it is able to get the data from where? It is able to get the data from country, and this one, it is able to get the data from where? It is able to get the data from where? So it is able to bring some data from this, some data from this. So when you're getting the data, single visualization is getting the data from multiple tables. That means the table should be joined. Joined means need to be having a relationship, some relationship, one to one, one to many, many to one. So at least one of the relationship has to be there so that you will be able to have the data. I don't need the data, the visualization using the data from multiple tables. So one table, one visualization means there is no problem. One table, one visualization means there is no problem. But one table, one visualization needs data coming from multiple tables means the visualization will not work. Clear? If I create a visualization only based on this table, you can create. You can create a visualization only on this. There is no problem at all. You can create, it will work forever. But I wanted to know department wise what is the total salaries. When you link these two, your visualizations will fail. So when you have a primary key, foreign key, automatically what is the concept going to be implemented inside? Joins. Joins is the concept will be implemented. So we are going to be talking about joins and everything later. So why relationships are important? If somebody asks you, what is that you need to tell? To retrieve the data from multiple tables or queries or data sets. Clear? So if that is the case, I need one visualization, but that is getting the data from multiple data items or data, tables. Clear? So that is when the relationships are important. Otherwise, I have one table, I create using only that table, create a visualization. I don't need a second table at all. If that is the case, nobody talks about relationships. Am I clear? So why relationships this and what type of relationships that we have that we discussed. And today let us discuss about many to many also. Without having a bridge table, let us create ones. So I wanted to have one table here. So that is cars tables. I think we have, yeah, cars sales and purchase. Okay, so some, for example, I am the dealer. So what dealers are going to be doing, they have to purchase some cars first. So in Ford in 2015 I purchased, so $1,800 or $1,800 billion or $1 million. Okay, so this is the amount I have used for purchasing my cars. Clear? And after that, so what is the sales amount I got from the source? 1,800 when I invest, so I got 2,000. So what is the sales amount? So for the same cars I sold it for 2,000, 2,000, $1 million or $1 billion. So extra $200 million is a profit for me. Clear? So the same thing is many to many because you have duplicate data here, right? Kia, Benz, BMW. It is many to many because same data is duplicated. There is no unique data. It is completely many to many relationship, right? You don't have any duplicate data. 2015 same car, 2016 same car. BMW 15, 2016 like that. I have some data here. I have some data here. Car sales. What is the purchase amount and what is the sales amount? And Ford 2016. What is the 1900 I invested for the purchase purpose. Then later I got $2,200 million is the complete sales amount. So you can guess what is the profit. So sales amount minus purchase amount will be the profit for him. Clear? I have some data. Now I will take this table, go. Let me close this. What is going on? I wanted to close this. I don't want to save this. I wanted to open the new one. Okay. Now I wanted to open the new one. Let me close this window. I have kind of closed it. Now I wanted to go to which one? Transform data, and click on this. I wanted to go to the source data. New source, and car sales and purchases. I'll give you this file. I have to purchase the car first, then I have to sell the car, right? Then only I can do that. So take these two data sheets. It is a completely many to many relationship, but these are independent tables. These are independent tables. There is no bridge table as well. Remember, clear? I have a car sales table, car purchase table, and I'm able to get different years data and different car sales data. Now simply close and apply, right? So there's no problem. So you should be able to do these things very, very easily. Now you see cars sales and car purchases. Now you go to the here. These are independent tables. It is not linking. Okay, if you wanted to link, it is completely many to many because both sides we have duplicate data. It is not a single item, it is duplicated, right? Now I wanted to go to visualizations and create one visualizations. What I'm trying to take, this is the one clustered column chart. I'm going to be taking some visualization. So double click on this. Now I take the purchases. Now model drag and drop. What is the model? And I wanted to go in for purchase amount. Okay, drag and drop purchase amount. It is able to give you some data. Now we do some kind of a formatting. Go here, click on this, come down, and border, and always you go up, and data label you make it on, and you come down here, and always you wanted to have increase this font size. And if you wanted to display units, thousands or none, whatever you would like to have it, it is going to be showing like this. Clear? So none means like this, and you can change the data if you want to change it. So that is your wish. Clear? So I have some data, and if you want to increase x-axis, y-axis, and always click on this, you go up. X-axis also need to increase and close, and y-axis also need to increase. Yeah, at least it is visible. I have created some things. Okay, so I've created something here. So it is able to give you the purchase amount. What is the purchase amount now? I have a Kia, it is this, and Ford and Benz and BMW. I have some data. Let me drag and drop one more same thing. I would like to have it here, and let me adjust this. I wanted to go, and this time I wanted to choose sales amount and model. Okay, it is created here. I don't want to have this there. Let me click on this. Now sales amount and the model, automatically everything will get added. Now you go click on the format painter. All the formatting settings that we have done will get automatically here. Clear? So you're going to be going back and click on this, and I wanted to go to data label, and I wanted to make it to none. Clear? So this is a sales amount. This is a purchase amount. Okay. So what is the purchase amount? Purchase amount is 2000. Sales is 2600. Purchase amount is 2750, 3200. So I don't want to go to different visualizations. That is what is your manager is asking. Okay. I wanted to have both the visualizations in the single report. I don't want to go to this and look at this and come down and compare. Okay, this is the purchase, this is the sales, this is the purchase, this is the sales. I don't want to have two visualizations. It is working independently. There's no problem. But I wanted to create only one visualization. Now double click. Now I wanted to create one visualization, but if I create a visualization, if I get, for example, I go drag and drop car model. Okay, drag and drop purchase amount. So it is able to give you purchase amount. Everything is quite fine. It is working. Okay, but I wanted to add a sales amount now. So drag and drop. So purchase amount is there. When I drag and drop a sales amount, what will happen? What will happen? So it is giving you a wrong thing because it is not able to identify the proper relationship. Clear? So I have used car purchases. It was working fine, but now when I drag and drop this, it is not working. You know the answer why? Relationships are missing. Let me take one more. Now this time I'm going to be taking this model, and this time I'm going to be choosing this. It is working fine, and later I drag and drop this one. Clear? And apply some formats. So in this, what is wrong? The sales amount is wrong here, right? Sales amount is the blue. Have you seen this? Sales amount is blue is wrong. In this, the purchase amount is wrong. Okay, so you can just make it on so that you will get the same thing here and there. So this, sky blue, it is a dark blue. So it is having a purchase amount. This is wrong and this is right here. Why? Because these two tables are not having proper relationships. Clear? So how do I create a relationship? You go, you will be able to create a relationship. Now there are many steps, right? Manage relationships. Click new. You will be able to identify car purchases and car sales, and this is the common column. And when I choose this, it is having duplicate values, it is able to identify many to many, right? Now make this relationship active. This we'll discuss later. Now we have a couple of interesting options we could see. One is single car sales filters car purchases. Okay, so from one angle only, we are going to be going and getting something. Clear? So let me choose this car sales filters car purchases. Now, when I choose this, click on OK. Okay, click on OK. Now it is going to be establishing a relationship. Now you understand the direction from this side to this side. Okay, now one is fixed because core sales, it is filtering the data. So the data from one angle to this angle only, it is getting supplied, it is getting filtered. So this is got solved. So this is, we are not disturbing anyhow, it is independent. Clear? Only this is got neatly working. So we're able to get what is the sales happen and what is the purchase. What is the sales? Purchase means this is a purchase, right? Purchase amount. This is a sales, purchase amount sales. So this is got neatly addressed, but this is not because we're supplying data from one direction. So let me go back, and you can either go to manage and click on edit and you give the opposite one. Opposite one means, so purchases filtering the car, the sales. When you give this option, what is going to be happening? One more, this one is now getting addressed. Clear? So the data come from here, it is going to be filtered from one direction. Clear? So it is not getting addressed, it is giving you wrong values. But if you need both values, you have to go back and double click on it, or you can go to manage relationships. So double click on it, you can use cross filter both. When you apply this, you will be able to get the both things are working fine. So it is M to M relationship without having any kind of a bridge table. Clear? And what is a cross filter direction? So the data is going to be supplied from both angles. If you see, the triangle also will get changed. So this is also very, very important. So that is what is the M to M relationship. Without having a bridge table also we can implement. If you wanted to create a bridge table, then you can also create a bridge table. Then however we discussed, right? So you can also create a bridge table if you have this kind of a thing, or anything. When you have it, you should be able to easily do the things with bridge table. So that is the old one. The new one is without having a bridge table, how we can create a many to many relationships. It is very, very important one. Am I clear? I will give this and you should be able to do this demo. And this is one of the interview question. How come Power BI is going to be handling relationship without using bridge table or with bridge table? So you can say earlier we were using, a bridge table and creating, but nowadays without a bridge table, when you have two tables, if they are linked in many to many relationship, now without having a bridge table, we can achieve the data from multiple tables in a single visualization. Clear, guys? So this you have to practice them, and this is very, very important. Clear? So like that, I'll give you some data and you try to deal with these guys. Okay. So what is the data I'm planning to give you? You create some visualizations tomorrow and you try to come back and show me. So I'll give you one file data. The file is called, I'll give you, okay. That is what Adventure Works or Amazon retail data. I have some file. So do you have any Amazon? Yeah, Amazon retail data. Let me open this data. Okay, I have orders table, I have written table, I have people table. You can either use this, or I will also give you one more table. So what you should do, so you can also take Adventure Works. This is also, these two files I'll give you. When you open Adventure Works, okay, what is the assignment I'm talking about? I have a customers table, I have a products table, I have a sales table. Okay, so let me delete this. Let me delete all of them. So these are my requirements that you need to fulfill. Okay, you need to create on your own. Clear? I have a customers table and I have a products table. And what is a sales table? So product key is a primary key and we have a customer key. So these are the data I'm going to be supplying. So you need to create a proper relationships and hospital and what? Doctors, right? I wanted to go in for this. Right? This is not a demo. I'll convert this into a assignment. Clear? So you have to do this. So what all you need to do? What all you need to do? You have to create relationships, right? So what are the things that you have to have it? Let me give you some. So what is that you should do it? Okay, you should do it. You know, create relationships and create visualizations. Okay, create reports. So these are the two action points that you have to have it. Clear, guys. These are the tasks that you need to do it. Reports are visualizations. So let me make it on. Are you clear? Show total sales amount. To see the total sales amount, so you can use this card. It will give you, you can go to one more page. If you need any total sales, drag and drop this. For example, I wanted to know what is the sales amount. Drag and drop like this. Clear? So that's it. ID columns are not important. Whatever the data has been given, you just make that. It is a total sales amount. I wanted to apply what is the purchase amount. Drag and drop like this or double click on this. So you will be able to get a purchase amount. Clear? So always you need to apply borders and everything. Come down, borders, everything you need to do it tomorrow and go, and lot of things you need to adjust it, and the borders you need to make it on, and it's change the font color. So you go up, data label, let me make it to this color, and the data label is 45, and whatever you applied, you go there and you apply the format paint, right? So this is how you will be able to get the sales amount. Okay, you can use different pages. Clear? So these are the reports that you have to create and submit for review. Clear? So show total sales amount, show total quantity sold, create total salary by department. This is already I have done with the this one, but still you can repeat this. Show year wise sales amount, show city wise sales amount, publish the report to the Power BI service. This you cannot do it since I did not give you the user IDs and everything. So other stuff you should be able to create beautiful visualizations and everything, whatever you know till today, that you practice and you show tomorrow. You have to switch on the Power BI desktop while connecting to the session, because we cannot wait. So randomly I will pick up few guys. You have to show me these tasks. Clear, guys? If you have any other questions, please ask me.